So now the thing that we're going to learn about is an HTML style tag. Okay, so what is a style tag? So a style tag is basically one tag that you put inside of the head element that will store all of your styles for your entire page, and then and you can style all of your elements using different identifiers. Okay, so we're going to try doing that right now. Okay, so we have our styles here, our elements with our embedded styles here, and we're gonna first create our style element. Okay, so you just make it by going to your head element, and then we type style. Okay, and then we can so the first thing we want to do is add a style for one of our elements, right? So how are we gonna tell the website that we want to add a style for an element? Well, we have to use identifiers, and some identifiers are that you've seen before are, for example, the class identifier and the ID identifier. Okay, so let's try adding a class to this h1 element. So we just have to write class, the class attribute, and then we're going to type the class name. So let's say heading. Okay, so this element's name, class name is heading, right? So now we want to add a style to this element that has the class name as heading. Okay, we're just going to type dot. Okay, so dot tells the style, because we're writing in a different language now. We're writing in CSS. Okay, so it's called cascading style sheets. Okay, this is a different language. So what we're telling the computer now is that dot, everything that comes after dot is going to be a class name. Okay, and the class name we want to write is heading. Okay, now we have to put in the styles for heading. Okay, to do that we have to make a curly brace, and then another curly brace. Okay, and then inside of those curly braces, between them, we're gonna add a space, and then we're gonna write our styles. So let's say I want the color to be red, just like before. I want the color to be red, and then what else do I want? I want the background color to be blue. Okay, so now what this means is that the style element will go throughout our entire HTML page. It'll find every single element that has the class heading, and then it would change its color to red, and then change its background color to blue. Okay, so now let me save, and then let me go back into my website. Now let me refresh. So you see, nothing has changed, right? That's because we haven't added that's because we added the exact same styles, right? But let's say I want to change the background color to let's say black, and I want to change the color to orange. Now let me save and then go back. So now we can see it says it's changed accordingly, right? But the h1 element that we added an embedded style to hasn't changed because it doesn't have the class heading. So the style element just ignored it. So if we want to make that heading's styles to orange and black, all we have to do is add the class heading to it. So now this will be included when the style goes looking for all of the elements with the heading class. So now let me refresh. Now we can see it works. So if I want to add, if I want to change the styles to all of the elements with the class name heading, I only have to change it one place. Let's say now I want it to be red and black. Now if I refresh, I can see both of the elements have been changed. So that was a bit about how we can use the HTML style tag. Next, we're going to go over how we can use external HTML style files. Okay?